morning, dear students. Right now, we are going to discuss wonderful topics of class 12th. And in front of you, I love Kumar Gupta going to explain that the topic which are relatable and very most important topics of class 12th, that is called integrals. Before we are going to discuss about the integrals, right now I'm going writing over there integrals. Integrals, what is meant by integrals? Before we are going to discuss about the integrals, right now, first of all, this is the chapter 7th of class 12th, and which are very important chapter in class 12th, that is called integrals. Before we are going to discuss about the integrals, we all known about the term integration. What is meant by integration? That is called integration. The integration is different part and integrals are different parts. And we if you know about the what is meant by integration, before we are going to discuss about the differentiation, or we can say that derivatives, we can say that derivative. This was the very important parts of the mathematics syllabus and upcoming in the graduation levels also. We are here. So these are the parts of the calculus you already studied in class 12, sorry, class 11. You already studied in class 11. What is meant by calculus? Calculus is a broad part, very broad part. Broad, which means say that first of all in class 11 there was the new parts and the new topics which can be explained like that: limits and derivatives. As you already learned, limits and derivatives. There was a video, I already shared the video which are related to the limits and derivatives. After that, limits and derivatives, the calculus first will be defined. This is called नींव. जैसे घर बनाते हैं, घर की नींव होती है, तो कैलकुलस का लिमिट्स एंड डेरिवेटिव्स इज कॉल्ड अ नींव. Without knowing that part, we can't explain that part integrals. So right now I already discussed the limits and derivatives in class 11th parts. Right now we are the topics, most important topics of class 12, and I think so integrals, on the basis of integrals, that is called application of integral, application of integrals, and after that differential equation. These all combines and correlatable chapters which will be gives you approx 20 to 25 marks in the class 12. According to this chapter, we are going to discuss about the term integrals. And what is, before we are going to discuss about the integrals, these are the deepest concept and very deep concept relatable to the integrals. Before we are going to discuss about the integrals, I am going to explain the term derivatives and integration. What is derivatives and integration? Right now, the chapter 7 of class 12. Right now, we are going to discuss about the chapter 7 of class 12, that is called integrals, and which is a part of chapter 7 class 12, which is a part of integrals. So we will continue the topic, learn the chapter 7 of class 12 integrals, and here we will know that about the term integration. What is meant by integration? All of you know about the very well, integration is the part of derivatives. Integration is the part of derivatives. What is called integration? Anti-derivatives is called integration. Anti-derivatives are called integration. Sir, what is anti-derivatives? Just like cold, hot, big, small. In the calculus way, in the integrals parts, that is called derivatives, and integration is called anti-derivatives. Sir, derivatives I already known. The splitting of the function is called derivatives. Splitting down a function, are called derivatives. Is it clear, sir? Yeah, splitting a function are called derivatives. But what about the anti-derivatives? So anti-derivatives, to joining the function, to combine the function, to frame a function according to the areas, according to the axis, according to the terms, which will be called anti-derivatives. Anti-derivatives means combined and joined a function. Combined, or we can say that joined a function, that is splitting parts. टूटे हुए चीज को वापस जोड़ देना, दैट इज कॉल्ड एंटी डेरिवेटिव. Derivatives is splitting down a function, and anti-derivatives, which means we can say that the function which can be split, then we can add up all these function in the smaller way, we can say that the integration, or we can say that anti-derivatives. Abhi right now I'm not talking about the integration only, I'm only talking about the anti-derivatives. Is it clear? I think so. Derivatives is a part of the function which can be split down, and after that the derivative is splitting function which can be anti-derivatives, which means we will say that the splitting which can be joining or integrate that part. Integrate, which means we can add up all the splitting function, that is called integration. Yes sir, integration is also clear. Then what is the difference between integration and integrals? Right now, what are the representation of the derivatives and the integrations? How can we write and how can we explain the part of the derivatives and the integration? The derivatives, for example, let us an example of the function y is equal to sine x. Let us be a example of that. Y is equal to sine x. What are the derivatives of the function with respect to x? We can write down dy by dx y, which is equal to dy by dx of sine x, and that is called dy by dx is equal to cos x. Sir, yeah, it can be already I will learn in class 11th. Sin x का derivatives जो होता है cos x होता है by using the principle. First principle, you can already be explained that the derivatives of that function y is equal to sin x is called cos x. Is it clear, sir? Right now, after y is equal to sin x, the derivatives of that, then how can you we generate the derivatives part dy by dx is equal to cos x, dy by dx is equal to cos x, then how can you integrate? This is the splitting part. I already explained derivatives is called splitting part of the function. कि इस फंक्शन को sin x को मैंने तोड़कर डेरिवेट्स करके क्या कर दिया है, cos x कर दिया है. तो आफ्टर दैट व्हाट विल यू शो दैट कि अब हम cos x से sin x कैसे लाएंगे? दैट इज कॉल्ड cos x convert into sin x, that is called what? Anti-derivatives. That is called what? Anti-derivatives. Sir, अब ये आएगा कैसे? What is the term we will use here? कि डिफरेंशिएशन, ये तो सर आप पुराना चीज ही पढ़ा रहे हो मुझे डेरिवेटिव्स, बिकॉज द इंटीग्रेशन पार्ट्स आर ऑलरेडी, बिकॉज आई एम ऑलरेडी रिटेन ओवर देयर एंटी डेरिवेटिव्स, इट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ अ डेरिवेटिव्स. तो डेरिवेटिव्स तो पहले बताना पड़ेगा कि हाँ सर ये तो मुझे पता चल गया, मुझे रिमाइंड भी हो गया कि व्हाट इज मीन्ड बाय डेरिवेटिव्स. आफ्टर दैट डेरिवेटिव्स पार्ट, how can you explain that integration and how can we explain that anti-derivatives? Right now no integration, anti-derivatives. Anti-derivatives मतलब cos x को वापस किस में चेंज कर देना, sin x में चेंज कर देना. How can you say that the cos x will be changing at sin x? This is a part of integral sign, and we can say that sin x and respect to dx, we can say that, or either we can say that which is equal to, this is called integration. Integration which can use up, add up all the function. अभी हमने split किया है, this symbol is used for the add up. किसके रिस्पेक्ट में? x के रिस्पेक्ट में, x एक्सिस के लॉन्ग के रिस्पेक्ट में we can add up or sum of all the function. Here also we can say that, here we can also say that, here we can also say that dy by dx and dx. Right now we can integrate both sides with respect to x. This is called dx, dx representing, that is called what? That is called what? Dy by dx can be replaced at what? We can replace at integration of sin x dx is equal to cos x. Integration of sin x dx is equal to what? Cos x. But sir, the integration of sin x cos x is equal to what? Integration of sin x dx is equal to what? Minus cos x plus c. Why c is there? Why c is there, sir? How can you put up the c? That is called arbitrary constant. Arbitrary constant. How can you explain that part? What is meant by arbitrary constant? Right now, I am going to explain one more concept, the standard form of derivatives. Standard form of derivatives, which is called d by dx of x plus x power n plus 1 by n plus 1 is equal to what we can get, d by dx x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. What will we get here? Derivatives of that part, x power n you got. Right now d by dx of trigonometric function, as we can say that sin x is equal to cos x. Again d by dx is equal d by dx of log x is equal to 1 by x. Right now d by dx of e to the power x is equal to e to the power x. Right now d by dx sine inverse x is equal to 1 upon root 1 minus x square. There are so many functions we can choose over there, and these all functions are explained on the basis of the derivatives. Right now this is called the standard form of derivation. Sir, if we put over there this is called the standard form of derivation. Right now this is called derivatives part. After that, what are the derivatives part? X to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1 is equal to x to the power n. Then sir, after that, how can you change that derivatives into antiderivatives? How can you convert that derivatives into antiderivatives? The antiderivatives, that is called standard form of antiderivatives. Standard form of antiderivatives. What is standard form of antiderivatives, sir? A derivatives is already discussed in class 11. What is antiderivatives? The antiderivatives can be representing as that integration of d by dx x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1 dx is equal to integration of x to the power n dx. That is called antiderivatives. Why? Because this sign will be representing as what? Integrate. Integrate, that means add up. The splitting function can add up, and that is called antiderivatives. Right now, sir, what is the term for this? If the integration, this is called add up and this is called splitting parts, and that is called add up parts, which can be cancelled out, then the part which can be written as x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c is equal to integration of x to the power n dx. This is the called the antiderivatives of the given parts and the given function, which is add x to the power n, and integration of that part is called what? X power n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus c. Sir, what is called that c? That is called arbitrary constant. Arbitrary constant. Sir, what is arbitrary constant? What is arbitrary constant? For example, let us an example of that another function that is called d by dx of sine x is equal to cos x. Again, we want to find out that this is called the derivative part of the cos x. This is called the what? Derivatives parts. Sin x का derivation, cos x. How can you change the anti-derivative parts into anti-derivatives parts की कैसे देखने के लिए मिलेगा? Then again we have to introduce dx and again dx. Again this will be got cancel out, and the sin x plus C is equal to integration of cos x dx. Sir, again you put a C over there. Again you put a C, that is called arbitrary constant. कैसे ये आ रहा है ये मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. आप मुझे इसको बताओ और अच्छे से समझाने की कोशिश करो. Right now, one more concept I am going to give on the basis of arbitrary constant. What are the concepts over there? That is called, if for example, let's example of the function sine x plus 5. What is the derivatives of that function? Sine x plus 5 dy by dx is equal to, what is the derivatives of sine x plus 5? Cos x. What is the derivatives of sine x plus 24? dy by dx is equal to cos x. Again cos x. What is the function of y is equal to sine x plus k? K is constant here in bracket. K is constant. Then what is the derivatives? Again cos x. Sir, we have to notice that functions are different over there. That is called the different function, but the derivatives of that functions are what? Same. Then how can you integrate that part? Integration of dy by dx, that is called what? Integration of dy by dx, that is called what? Integration of cos x dx. इसको करने पे वापस ये आना चाहिए, वापस we can say that sin x plus 5, but अब हम 5 रखेंगे, 24 रखेंगे, k रखेंगे, क्या रखेंगे यहाँ पे? It can't be decidable and it can't be said that. That's why here the integration of cos x dx is equal to sin x plus c. That is called the arbitrary constant. It is clear, I think so. This is called the standard form of the derivatives and this is called the standard form of antiderivatives. Like that, we can also explain that part. There are total 5 different functions exist in the mathematics part. I late in the mathematics part, I late, I which will be representing as inverse function, L will be representing as logarithm function, A will be representing as algebraic function, T will be representing as trigonometric function, and E will be representing as exponential function. These are the concept. Only I am going to explain that the concept of the integration. Right now I am not going to start the exercise and the questions over there. I only explain the deepest concept. Right now that is called the derivatives and the what is antiderivatives. Right now I am going to explain that what is meant by derivatives and what is meant by antiderivatives. This was the part which can be explained that on the basis of the derivatives and antiderivatives, and that antiderivatives is called integration. That antiderivatives is called that, like that antiderivatives is called integration. Right now, sir, integration I already learned in antiderivatives. I understand what you are trying to say, antiderivatives, that is called integration. But the name of that chapter is integration, integrals. Name of that chapter is what? Integrals. What about this? So first of all, we have already learned that how to represent the part of the function in terms of the integration. Right now, this is what? That is called the integral sign. Integral sign. And here a function fx will be taken as with respect to what? Dx. That is called integrand. Integrand. And the function which will be integrate with respect to x. Function integrate with respect to x, and which is equal to what? Which is equal to what? Fx plus c. That is called integrals. That fx is called what? Integrals, and c is called what? arbitrary constant. Arbitrary constant. Sir, then you said to me integration. Process. Process to find out the integrals. Process to find out the integrals is called integration. Integration. That process which will be allowed and which will be used to find out that fx, that integrals, that process is called integration. Is it clear? I think so. The terms which will be explained by me, the term which will be elaborate by me in the terms of derivatives and antiderivatives, that is called integration. And what about the integrals and what about the integration? Right now, after that, the some important conclusion in your first exercise, I think so, in the NCERT, there was the low level questions over there, but in the miscellaneous part, there was the most beautiful question, and according to the all exercise relatable questions are going in the miscellaneous part. You have to must solve after getting the solution of each part of the exercise of the integration. Then after that, you have to solve the miscellaneous very well and neatly, and each one in the concept wise. And about to solving that particular integration part, you have to idea of the formula. What are the formula? Formula for the all differentiation formula. We cannot say that formula, which can be said at the all differentiation of the function. Differentiation of the function. First thing. Second thing, trigonometric formulae. Trigonometric formulae. These all things are very, very important. You have to know properties of log. Properties of log. Fourth one, changing process of function. Changing process of function. That is called substitution. Substitution. These all things are very more very more terms inside this part. And one more thing, formula to find out integrals. These are the important things which can be learned in this chapter, and many more topics which are going to be discussed inside the term integrals and inside the part of the integrals, and which can be explained by the terms integration. Right now, this was the basic concept. I am trying to find out the functions, and I am trying to find out the terms which will be used. Sir, where is the use of that part and where is the use of that function in the day-to-day life? How can you explain that part? What is the use of that chapter in the day-to-day life? Now, देखो, before integration is a part. Integration is a part which will be add up the smallest function. For example, right now I'm going to explain that graph. If a graph is going like that, this is the function fx. किसी एक function fx का ग्राफ है जो डिफाइंड है, कंटिन्यूअस है और डिफरेंशिएबल है at the interval a to b पे. The function is continuous or the differentiable from the interval. Function fx is continuous and differentiable at interval a to b. Now, if we want to find out the small function over there, there will be the small function over there that is called dx and y. The small function y is equal to dx. So how can you find out the for all the values, all the terms which can be explained from a to b? That is called the fx. We can write down this fx function with respect to what? This is called fx, and with respect to what? Dx. We can add up this small area, particularly this small area, we can add up like that from a to b. That is called, अभी तो बहुत दूर है, ये तो डेफिनेट इंटीग्रल्स की बात मैंने कर दिया. But where is the use of that particular integrals and integration parts? Then I can explain through it the graph कि अगर कोई एक फंक्शन किसी ग्राफ पे रिप्रेजेंट है और आपको ग्राफ में बोल दिया कि यहां से यहां तक के फंक्शन का पूरा एरिया निकाल कर दिखाओ, then there we can use that particular integrals and integration. I hope I will explain the topic integration very well and the concept very well. What is the use of that part? What is the meant by the integrals, integration, integrands? A short recap. I am going to explain that part, and one more time, short recap. We can conclude, and the mind map we can explain that part. The term chapter 7. Again, we are going to hear the term integrals. Integrals, first we learn what integrals is. What integration. Inside the integrals, integration is a anti-derivatives. Anti-derivatives, which means what? How can you represent the integration? This is the representation of the integration. Integrate a function fx with respect to dx, and that will gives you fx plus c. Third one, what are the things which are be used over there? Third one, integration is the part of the anti-derivatives, and then fx is a function, dx with respect to x, fx is integrals, and we can also say that integrands. Fx is called integrals, and c is arbitrary constant. Fourth one, c is arbitrary, and the process to find out integrals called integration. For example, we are going to take the example, let y is equal to sin x be a function. How can you explain that? By the term we can explain that part. Integration of y with respect to dx is equal to integration of sin x with respect to dx. Right now, what is the integration of sin x and dx? This is called sin x ka integration minus cos x plus c, and c is called what? Arbitrary constant. This was the concept, and one more concept in the exercise first by the method of inspection. Method of inspection. Right now, what is method of inspection, sir? This was the concept I already explained, and I will try my level best to explain that part, the integration, and that is called antiderivatives. And here we are going to discuss about the term method of integration. I hope all the things are very clear, and the method of integration, method of inspection, by finding method of inspection to find out integrals. I hope we are getting to explain in the next class. Thank you so much. जय हिंद, और हम मिलेंगे नए वीडियो में और आपके साथ आपको ये टॉपिक्स को एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए. थैंक यू.